So, Guys, wir gucken jetzt ein Video. Das sind irgendwie 10 Sachen, die auf der GoPro aufgenommen wurden. So Lucky-mäßig so. Also so auf Dingens. So auf Insane. Holy shit, Digga. Rein in die Marie, Digga.
What would YouTube be like without GoPro?
Digga, was würde ich machen ohne GoPro?
Just the same, just without the amazing POV footage the cameras have given us. There are a lot of amazing GoPro footage out there.
Holy shit, Digga. Der Typ im Wasser.
Number 1 for my money is the best one, so watch it and see if you agree with me. Here are 10 things caught on GoPro. Number 10.
So, Digga.
Subway Surfers.
Subway Surfers. Jungs, eins in den Chat, wer Subway Surfers gezockt hat. Digga, ich war diese andere Rakete da. Links, rechts, oben, unten, Digga. Holy shit, die Hose.
They brought their GoPro along with them, in the off chance that they come across
Warum ist das Video mit 10 FPS aufgenommen?
something strange or exciting. At first, everything looked normal. The footage only showed the group just walking
Digga,
around.
10 FPS?
It's kind of boring if I'm speaking honestly. That is until they chanced upon a railroad tunnel. Someone in the group must have had the bright idea to walk through the tunnel. I think it's pretty obvious what the dangers are in this kind of undertaking. You know, trains, and you never think of the danger. And they went forward anyway.
Nein, oder?
About halfway into the tunnel,
Nein.
Hear.
Digga, imagine. Ihr seid im Tunnel und dann kommt der Zug. Und ihr seht links, rechts, Arschritze, Digga.
An oncoming train. Frightened out of their wits, the group ran back to where they came from, just barely making it to the exit before the train came barreling through. They were impossibly lucky to have escaped unscathed, but I bet they wouldn't be walking through any tunnels anytime soon after that.
Aber hätten die sich nicht, aber Guys, look, hätten die sich nicht auch auf die Gleise legen können und dann so gerade, Digga, Bauch bisschen einziehen, auch mal den Jack nach hinten stecken, Digga, bisschen reindrücken den Eumel und dann einfach gerade liegen so.
Number 9. Is that a monkey? This footage was uploaded to the Bexwin Production YouTube channel. It shows a guy strapping on his GoPro to his bike, obviously wanting to capture footage of him riding his bike.
Alter, krank.
As he pedals his way along a narrow concrete bike path, you see nothing but the path itself and the scenery around him. Then he came upon a narrow alleyway.
Der fährt 240 km/h, Junge.
It was here when something really shocking happened.
Kappa.
While riding through the alleyway, a strange animal jumped from the left side wall right onto the bike.
LOL!
The rider was clearly
Bruder, was hat er für Reaktion? Digga, was hat er für eine Reaktionszeit?
While riding through the alleyway, a strange animal jumped from the left side wall.
Brudi! Ey, das hier sind vielleicht 1 Meter. 1 Meter, nicht mal. Er doch Meter, Digga. Meter, 1,50, Digga.
Right onto the bike.
Er dodgt wie kein Zweiter. Er hat Reaktion, er ist anscheinend 2 Katzen, Alter.
Biker's path. The rider was clearly startled, but still managed to
Holy
avoid
shit,
running over the
Alter.
strange creature. The biker stopped to look back at the creature to find out what it was, but when he did, the creature was gone.
Louis?
Some people have analyzed the footage and have come to the conclusion that the unknown creature was a monkey.
LCS-Spieler.
I do admit the creature does look like a monkey.
Boah.
But what's with the
Er ist
extremely
LCS
tiny
Fahrradfahrer.
face, and why is it completely hairless? What do you think it is? Well, tell us in the comment section down below. Number 8. Midair Collision. The next footage you're about to see looks like it should belong to an action movie. But let me tell you, this is 100% real and actually happened in real life. 12,000 feet above Superior, Wisconsin, 2 small aircraft were flying, carrying a total of 11 people, 9 skydivers and the 2 pilots. All they were expecting was a fairly routine skydive when disaster struck. Every terrifying minute was in their helmet-mounted GoPro cameras. 2 planes inexplicably flew too close to each other, collided in midair, causing one of the planes to lose one of its wings and crash to the ground. The other, although damaged, managed to make a safe landing,
Hä, wie dumm sind die denn?
being scared out of his wits. Fortunately, there were no casualties that resulted from the accident, and everyone involved only needed treatment for minor
Holy shit, man.
injuries. Number 7.
RIP. Habe ich irgendwas falsch gesagt? Ich weiß nicht mehr. Vergesst schon, wie ich es gesagt habe.
This is what GoPros were actually made for. Since its release, adrenaline junkies have found ways to strap these tiny cameras onto themselves in order to give us experiences normally only they could have. That was probably what Kelly McGarry was thinking prior to his extreme mountain bike ride in the 2013 Red Bull Rampage. He strapped on a GoPro to his helmet and gave us an experience of a lifetime. If you don't know what the Red Bull Rampage is, it's basically a mountain biking competition.
Digga, wer fährt da runter?
Ride their bikes down a mountain through treacherous terrain.
Digga. Anders.
Also requiring them to jump ridiculously long gaps. Now, Kelly here, he wasn't really satisfied at just jumping these gaps. That would be too easy. Instead, he opted to do a backflip while jumping these gaps. One of the gaps was 72 feet long, making it already quite insane to land a normal jump. but Kelly did an incredible
Warum Frauen länger leben, sag ich da. Ich wette, das machen noch ein paar Frauen. Auch gute Fahrradfahrerinnen.
and we can experience how it feels.
Man muss davor safe Darmspülung nehmen.
The entire run is
Der kackt sich so auf dem Flug ein.
YouTube channel, where it's garnered 177 million views so far. Number 6.
Also rein macht das nicht. Nee, kann auch kein Fahrrad fahren. Kann man.
Water landing. On December 11th of 2013, a Cessna 28B departed from the Kalapapa airport on the island of Molokai. 2 minutes into the flight, the plane suffered from engine failure and had to do an emergency water landing. The entire thing was caught on GoPro. In the footage, you can clearly hear the warning beeps of the plane, signifying engine failure. You can also clearly see the plane tilting onto its side before finally landing on the water. What's amazing about the footage is the calm demeanor of the passengers themselves.
Jetzt habe ich nie
No one
aufgepasst,
even
Mann.
gave a shout of panic to the point that the entire ordeal was eerily quiet. All the passengers and crew were able to don life vests and were able to the doomed plane before it sank into the ocean. Unfortunately, there was one fatality. A passenger who mistakenly wore an infant's life vest which was rated only for 35 pounds. The rest of the passengers and crew were rescued by the Coast Guard 80 minutes later.
Digga, als ob die jemand da findet.
Attack of the Yak. Mountain biking is awesome. Although I've yet to try
Anscheinend
it,
alles Fahrradfahrer.
and we owe thanks to people strapping down GoPros before barreling down mountainsides. This next clip would have been one of those amazing pieces of footage that would convince me to go try mountain biking. But for one very terrifying thing. No, it's not the steep drops or the slippery trails where one misstep could send you down the mountainside. It's actually if a wild animal attacked. This piece of footage was taken by a group of mountain bikers going down the slopes of one of the mountains in Tibet, which are known for a few things: the extreme cold, nomads, and yaks. These poor riders came into contact with all three, with the yak being particularly harrowing. The yak came to the rider's blind side and was completely a surprise.
Digga, das sieht aus wie ein Pokémon.
Charged the rider, who was fortunately
Digga, was ist für ein
able to
Pokémon?
dismount and use the bike as a barrier between him and the angry animal.
Das ist anscheinend Tauros, Digga. Tauros.
The rider was eventually able to back off and ride away safely, though. It is a good thing that this was a fake out. If
Holy
we decided
shit,
to
man.
push through with it, this amazing trip could have ended in tragedy. Number 4. Beat up by a baby moose.
Guys, man
In
kann
this
Cookies von
clip,
gestern
you'll
noch
see
essen,
a
ne?
full-grown man attacked by a cute baby
Bisschen hart auch,
moose.
aber egal.
Yes, you heard me right. A baby moose. Unfortunately, I can't find any substantial backstory for this clip. Whether the moose was accidentally caught in a trap or it was intentionally caught for a scientific research, we don't really know. The clip starts with a man trying to set the baby moose free. But as soon
Was
as
macht
it's
er
free,
da?
instead of running into the nearby woods, it immediately trampled the man.
LOL.
Now, getting trampled itself isn't that funny, it's actually quite mean. However, the one-liners of the
LOL.
man's are pretty priceless.
Das ist doch safe eine Frau.
From first time I ever got beat up by a baby
Erstmal hilft man, dann kriegt man Schläge.
moose to no Colin being nasty. These statements literally mitigated the brevity of the situation. Number 3. Stuck in a cave. In this video, 10-year caving veteran Bob
Lol.
Johnson, along with a few of his friends, were exploring the Lost John's.
Ey, aber jetzt mal Real Talk, ne? Guys, imagine. Guys, warum geht man denn da rein? Also, Digga, dann sag doch einfach, dass du irgendwo stecken bleiben willst, Digga. Warum? Digga, du kannst gar nichts da unten machen.
Cave, which is part of the largest and most intricate cave systems in Britain.
Hä?
He and his friends have been exploring the cave for around 3 hours already when they came upon a narrow part of the cave called the Tube. Bob, who came in second to squeeze into the narrow gap, was the biggest in the group and got stuck in the narrow pass. Initially, the group found his predicament pretty hilarious. That was until they saw that water was quickly following around Bob. Fortunately, he was successfully pulled out by his friends, and they opted to continue exploring the cave, but using a different route.
Warum macht man das?
Put off caving due to this harrowing experience, Bob
Was denken die, was finden die da? Ein Schatz oder was? Hä? Denken die, da unten ist jetzt $1 Million versteckt, oder?
still caves to this day.
Raff ich null.
Something that I'm probably never gonna do.
Das ist One Piece.
Now it's time
Da unten war Gold Roger, der König der Piraten. Wenn ihr ihn sehen... scheiß
for
auf.
today's best pick. Fortunately,
Scheiß
this
drauf.
photo actually never happened, but rather it's a clever editing job.
Boah,
using
ich
the
dachte
movie poster
gerade.
For The Meg, which starred Jason Statham as the basis. But that's not to say that there aren't any near misses with sharks filmed on GoPro.
Digga, just imagine.
Speaking of which, number 2. A really close call. Diving off the coast of South Africa.
Ich glaube, er hätte ihm so eine Backpfeife gegeben unter Wasser.
Namely, the area is notorious for being the swimming grounds of great white sharks. Still,
Digga,
the
wer war
area
das?
is perfect for underwater activities such as scuba diving and spearfishing.
Einfach Atlantis.
The area still attracts a ton of tourists, despite the sharks being in ever-present danger.
Boah, wie schön, Digga.
Thankfully, the ghost.
Jungs, wer liebt Tauchen? Eins in den Chat. Wer hat jetzt richtig Bock zu tauchen? Wer hätte Bock zu tauchen, Digga? Unten schwimmen, Digga. Algen, Digga. Bisschen mit den Fischen, Tricks, also so zusammen so. So wie so eine Meerjungfrau, Digga. So mit den Fischen zusammen, Digga. Baba, Junge. Baba. Auch mal ein bisschen auf den Seeigel treten, Digga. Bam, Junge. Das war schon Great Barrier Reef, Digga. Das war dieses andere Reef, Digga.
YouTube-Channel kindly reminds us of that.
Digga, ich hätte auf jeden Fall auch Bock.
Johann Potgieter had an extremely close encounter with one of these vicious predators and was all filmed by.
Digga, er geht da unten, er geht da mit so einer Machete rein.
Barely minutes into his dive, a great white shark can be seen swimming into view from Johann's left. He was so surprised by this you can even hear a muffled scream, but the shark hasn't finished with him yet.
Man sieht auch gar nichts.
Johann, but was fortunately forced to swim away by the sharp tip of Johann's
Kapune, ja, ich weiß.
Johann, of course, swam back to the surface as fast as he could, but as soon as he broke the surface, he looked down to see the shark.
Digga, der muss den auch mal einen Stich geben.
Fortunately, the tip of his spear gun was
damit er Respekt kriegt. Aber nur so leicht, weil nicht verletzen, so auf ein bisschen sticheln so, weil sonst kommt, wie heißt nochmal, WWF, ne? Genau, Digga, schön vorsichtig, ein Warnstich, genau.
Johann's friends came to his rescue and
ey, das war, ne?
to the safety of the boat.
JK, obvious.
Before we move on,
der dreht sich um und gibt ihm einen Drive-by.
Thank God for the helmet. There are a million reasons why being a soldier is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Soldiers literally put their
Digga, als ob der Typ im Krieg eine GoPro aufhat. Er denkt, das wäre Ding in CSGO oder was?
Life on the line every single day that they are deployed. As this one extremely lucky Marine found out while on a routine patrol duty in Afghanistan. The entire thing was filmed by the helmet cam of one of the soldiers on patrol. They could be seen going through a series of tunnels of some sort, when all of a sudden a bullet
Digga, voll gruselig, Mann.
soldiers' helmets.
Boah.
Realizing that there was a sniper in the area, the
Hat er einen Schuss an den Kopf bekommen?
team made a hasty retreat to assess the situation. If you look at the footage closely, you can clearly see the moment of the bullet hitting the helmet. Thank God the soldier was wearing one, and he did live to tell his story.
Hä? Digga, der hat ihm einfach einen Header gegeben. Hä, aber Guys, als ob die Kugel nicht durch den Helm geht.
Thank God the
Hä?
situation. If you look at the footage closely, you can clearly see the moment.
Hä? Als ob er nicht durch... Also, hä? Digga, als ob das nicht... Als ob eine Kugel nicht durch den Helm geht. Ich bin verwirrt. Als ob er einen straighten Header kriegt und das einfach nicht ablockt. Bin verwirrt. Ich dachte immer, Dingens, der geht trotzdem durch. Anscheinend habe ich mich da vertan, Digga. Das war diese andere Ult. Real Talk. RIP.